Bryan Wellbrock, and I retired as a lieutenant commander, LDO. Went from there, I got set of orders to the Saratoga. And I thought, okay, I'll be going out there as the assistant communications officer. And there was a commander on there at the time his name was Jack Shaw. And a lot of people knew him and said he was one of the best afloat communicators, line officer communicators that they ever knew. And going out there as his ACOM, as assistant communications officer, is going to really be a good deal for you. And you're going to enjoy working for him, and he's going to teach you a lot. And so I'm looking forward to this. And because I'm a brand spanking new guy, you know, with khakis on, and I was looking forward to it. The weekend before, I was supposed to fly out to the Med because she was deployed. I got a phone call at the house. My wife answered it, and she said, "Oh," and it was on a Sunday morning. And I said, "What's up?" And she said, "Well, it's a phone call for Hugh." And I said, "Who is it?" She said, "It's your detailer." And I'm thinking, why would my detailer call me Sunday morning when I'm supposed to fly out Tuesday to go over and pick up the ship unless something happened to my orders or changing them for some reason? That wasn't what the call was all about. His call was to let me know that Commander Shaw, who was lieutenant commander at the time, had just picked up a commander. They were out on the beach celebrating with some the other people in the wardroom and everything. A taxi cab ran up onto the sidewalk and essentially ran over him and killed him. And there were some people there that were, the flight surgeon was there and stuff, they couldn't do nothing for him. So he said, "I can't force you to take these orders because, you know, you're a brand spanking new guy. I mean, a new ensign going out there in a lieutenant commander billet, but I have nobody to send in behind you. If you can go out there for a while, the first guy that comes out of comm officer school is going to come in behind you." And he said, "We've already talked to the CO and the XO. They said, you know, they were willing to make a run at it." And so yeah, I flew out that thing and chased it all over the Med for about 3 weeks because it kept moving in one spot. I'm in another spot. I'm flying at this station, and all of a sudden she's not there no more. But finally picked her up in the Med and stuff, and had an interview with the CO and the XO, and they said, you know, radio is really working smooth as silk, and which was no surprise to me because of Jack Shaw's reputation. But yeah, when I flew on, the guy, the ACOMO that was there, came out, got me, took me down to the office and stuff, and he said, "All that paperwork that you see on that desk over there, that's all the stuff that's going on. That helicopter you just came in is my ride off, and goodbye." And that was my turnover. So yeah, it was a scary start, really scary start and stuff to do that. But I did have a great Radio Shack in there, and I also remembered something that a senior chief had told me once, that you should always tell people that are doing things, if they're doing a good job, just to continue doing it. And his leadership style was only get involved if you have to. If you're doing the jobs that I'm asking you to do the way I want you to do them, then that's the way the things should be. So I got the chiefs together and I said, you know, I talked to the CO and the XO, and they said everything's working good in here. I said, if you promise not to give me a reason to get involved, I promise not to get involved, you know. And they kind of laughed about it because it really wasn't that way, but that was the way I put it to them. And I had a great master chief on there that really helped me out a lot. And but yeah, scary time. That was one of the scariest times of my life. I thought, man, this is a career killer for sure. It turned out to be just the opposite because of the way things happened on that. The time we were on board, you had to be really careful because during flight ops and stuff, that's a dangerous place up there. And if you don't know what you're doing, you stay out of it. But one of the neatest things was having the signal bridge as well, because I had signals in there also, the signal bridge and the radio, was I could go up in the signal bridge and stuff at night, and you could go up and walk up in front up in there, and you could watch night flights. And night launches and night recoveries are, I mean, my hat's off to those guys. I have a good friend whose son became a fighter pilot later in my career and in his life, but yeah, just the amazement of everything's choreographed. I mean, everything's perfect up there. If it isn't, somebody gets hurt. and everybody knows that, so you stay off of that. But to just, I think the thing I enjoyed there a lot was being exposed to what a carrier is all about. I mean, it's an amazing machine.